I'm going to show you how to set up your system so that you can get the most out of this Health Check Appointments Missing Charges report. This report is to help catch appointments that have happened that do not have an associated charge. That way you can run this report after each shift or at the end of the day and catch appointments that did not have charges entered. Now, you may have a bunch of appointments on here that do have charges. So maybe I do have a charge for this patient on 7/5. All of this is reading from your appointment setting at the system level and what charges you are tracking. So to set this up correctly, you're going to go to your system dashboard, system settings, system configuration. We're always going to start here under tracking and reporting. This tells the system in so many areas what charges are considered a chiropractic charge, what's considered a new patient charge, what's considered an exam charge. So you have these categories to put charges into and give them a grouping. And then also you can see under chiropractic charges, you can say, I want to include this in total visits, include in category visits, and include in care plan or trackers. If you hover over these titles, it will tell you explicitly what this setting means. As an example, for my chiropractic visits group, I have it set to count all of these charges as an adjustment. I want this charge to count in my total visits for my office. I also want it to count in my category visits for my office, and I want it to track on patients' care plans or visit trackers. An example of a charge that you may want to put in chiropractic visits but not have count towards your total visits is maybe your free adjustments or adjustment for employees or adjustment for family members. You still maybe want to count that towards the patient's care, so you're tracking it, but you don't want it to count in your total visits. An example of a charge you would not put here is an adjustment extremity charge, because that will count as a separate adjustment in all your numbers. So first we have to start at system settings, system configuration, tracking and reporting, and make sure we have our categories set up with what charges we want to count. You would click into this box and start typing the name of a charge if you want to include it. Now, to set up your appointment types so they track on the appointments missing charges health check report, we're going to go to system settings, appointment settings, appointment types. Then you're going to click on the name of your appointment. And we're going to look right over here into valid charge types for health check. This is what will determine what appointment types are going to show on your health check report. So what are valid charges that can be associated with this appointment type? You have to select the groupings that we already did in our tracking and reporting under system configuration. So I would select chiropractic visits, because any charge I set up as a chiropractic visit in my tracking and reporting would happen on an adjustment appointment, as compared to my new patient appointment type. I have this set where any charge that's under my new patient grouping under system configuration, that will count as a valid charge for this appointment. So when a valid new patient charge is put on the ledger for the same day as the new patient appointment, then the health check will see that and not show that appointment on the appointments missing charges, because it is associating an appointment type with a valid charge. Another example, maybe my re-exam. I want the system and that health check report to see, okay, if I have a re-exam appointment, do I have a valid re-exam charge? So I'd make sure to set those up under your system configuration, tracking and reporting, and then I would select my exam category. And then any charge that's in this grouping is considered valid for this appointment type. I'm going to do another one. We have acupuncture as an example. If I leave this blank, the health check report will pull up any acupuncture appointment and say that it's missing a charge because we have not assigned what a valid charge is for this appointment type. So I would just select my acupuncture grouping, and then that way that solidifies the health check report tracking. Does this appointment type have a valid charge associated with it on the ledger? So you might want to go through your appointment types and make sure you're configuring it so that it matches your system configuration, your tracking and reporting categories, and that way you can get the most out of that health check report.